I actually did my hair for you guys this time. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Isaac. Hope you guys are doing good. So I'm actually surprised by this, but some people on my Instagram are actually messaging me asking me what kind of gear is in my camera bag. So I decided to do a what's in my camera bag video. It's actually pretty cool knowing that other people want to know what creators have in their bags. I'm sure because there's a lot of people going out getting their kit, adding to their kit what they need. So for this video, I want to show you guys what I have in my kit, in my camera bag. Not just to show you what I have and what kind of gear that I use, but why I use the gear I use, why I got it. I'm not going to give full reviews on each product that I have, but rather just short little highlights why I got it and why I think it's important to use for photo and video, because that's what I do. Obviously, kits vary depending on what kind of work you do, whether it's photo or video, but this is just what I got in terms of my workflow, what works best for me, what I think works best for me. And hopefully you guys can take something away from this to add to your kit what is necessary. To start with the bag, if you guys want the name, I have the QuadGuard BPX1 by Lowepro. It's actually not that crazy big of a bag. Let's just get right into it so we don't have to make this video super long. On the side here, what I like about this bag is that it has this strap that you can buckle something in, whether it's a tripod, in my case a gimbal. And yeah, it straps in really nice. It also comes with these pockets that are like elastic. They stretch out, and they're on each side, so you can put a water bottle if you want. Let's just open up the front pocket first. I have in here, so cleaning kit, cleaning supplies. I have a blower, some microfiber cloths. It's always important to have cleaning gear on hand because you never know what kind of conditions you're going to be when you're shooting. You also don't know if it's going to start raining and you need to wipe rain off your lens. But hopefully you're not in a position like that if you don't have weather sealed equipment. In this pocket, I have more cleaning supplies, just a liquid and a brush to brush dust off your lens or your camera, anything like that, the small crevices. Let's move to the gimbal. So I have the Zhiyun Crane Plus, and what I really like about this gimbal is that it's small. It's small that can handle a medium-sized payload. It's not super big like the Zhiyun Crane 2, the DJI Ronin S or Ronin M. It can handle 5.5 pounds, and it's just a really great gimbal. Honestly, any gimbal that you guys use, it'll work fine. Just make sure that your camera is under the payload. I say under because I don't want to get too risky with how close it is to it, or else maybe the gimbal might not work as well as it could. Also, what I like about the handheld gimbals like that is that they come with these detachable legs as an attachment. I actually use these legs for off-camera lighting. If I need to light a subject or something, make a silhouette of them, just get some dramatic lighting in a shot. It's always important to light your subjects if you have the ability to. Actually, let me just show you guys the setup that I'm recording on right now. I have the A7 III hooked up to the Movo VXR10. Not a video mic, not a Rode mic or anything like that. It's a pretty good mic. I got it. It was actually probably my first piece of equipment that I got early last year, and it works pretty good. It captures good bass in your voice. So along with the camera and the mic, I have this setup, my lighting. I just have a desk lamp hitting off the ceiling, which is doing very little, but it's doing something. And then I have the Godox LED 36 that I was talking about right there with the Joby tripod on the shelf, and that is lighting me. So yeah, that's the only thing lighting this room, not the main light, just these two. So lighting is really important just because you don't want to bump up your ISO so high to where you start getting grain on your picture, on your footage. I've used this small Godox LED 36 light for some event photography that I've actually done. I've used it on food. It's just a super small, very convenient light that you can really take anywhere. Okay, so getting into the bag, the important stuff that you guys, I'm sure, are looking forward to. Let's open this thing up. So first thing is kind of like my field notes notebook. I write down ideas. As you guys, I think I told you in the last video, I write down ideas, photo ideas, video ideas, just anything that comes to my head during the day. It's always good to have a notebook so you can write it down somewhere. I highly suggest having some type of physical thing that you can put your ideas on just so they're not stored up in your head. Okay, second, the JBL Everest Elite 100 headphones. My dad actually gave these to me when he got here in the Philippines when we were in Manila. It's always good to hear your audio when you're listening back to your footage when you're editing, or if you just want to listen to music, obviously. So I told you guys the camera that I'm recording on right now, the A7 III. I honestly don't know what to say about this camera other than it is nuts. 24 megapixel camera, low light beast. High ISOs without any grain in your footage, still coming out clean. Shoots uncropped 4K, 1080, 120, 60, 30, 24 obviously. It's just a great hybrid camera, and that's what I chose because I do photo and video. And it's also really cheap for all the specs that comes with it. For anyone that wants to make the move to full frame from a crop sensor camera, which is what I did, I highly recommend the A7 III because, I mean, you get great images, you get great video. It's really just a really good all-around camera. Now, I already told you guys the lens that's on it, the Tamron 28-75. It was probably also one of the greatest lens that's come out in 2018. With the focal range from 28-75, I can be super versatile in what I shoot. I can get really wide, or I can zoom in to 75, and the aperture opens up to 2.8, so it's kind of comparable to Sony's G Master lens, the 24-70, which, by the way, in some reviews, it shows that this lens is actually sharper than that lens. That's a $2,200 lens compared to an $800 lens here. So I'll talk about my other lens, the Sony 85mm 1.8. This thing is a beast. So I've never actually used or put on an 85mm on a camera before. The compression on this thing is so nice. You're getting that short telephoto with this 85. It opens up to a 1.8 aperture, which lets in a lot more light when you're shooting low light. It also helps getting that buttery background when you're shooting stills and video. And I think it's honestly the cheapest 85mm on the market. Compared to the Zeiss Bodice lens, there are reviews, people saying that it's just as good. People can't recognize the difference. And this lens is about $500, $600 less than that lens. It's a huge piece of glass. Great lens for portraits, video, capturing details, anything like that. It really separates the subject from the background, which I like a lot. Take a look at the flaps over here. Just have my passport, just so when I start traveling. And in this top pocket, I have extra batteries. With the new Z-type battery that the A7 III comes with, I honestly don't have to charge my camera for about a couple of days because I'm not going out to shoot for more than half the day or maybe more than 3/4 of the day. So I'm not draining the battery. I've been using it a bit just for today, and that's I think at like 60%, and I haven't charged it in the last 3 days before this, so gives you guys a little idea about that. Next, my variable ND filter by Nisi. It's a 1.5 to 5.5 stop ND filter. What's really cool about ND filters is that you can rotate it to choose how much light you want to let in. It's really important for video makers just so you can keep that shutter speed 2 times as your frame rate, using that 180-degree rule, keeping the motion blur as natural as possible. And you want to make sure to get an ND filter that is high quality, because you don't want to get a cheap ND filter and put it on your expensive lens that you paid your money on. Next, you guys have seen this before. It's the DJI Spark. Still a great beginner drone. I like it a lot. It takes okay pictures, only shoots 30 frames per second. A controller for it. Next, I have a LaCie 1TB hard drive. I actually never started editing with drives until this year, and it has completely changed my workflow. I'm not killing my computer anymore by putting all my files on it. And I can also save files so I can use it in future videos or anything like that. It's fast, it's rugged as it is in the title. It's just a really good hard drive that I learned to like while I've been here. Okay, so the last thing I think is just this pouch right here. And this pouch is pretty much my cord pouch. It has every single cord that I need to charge, power, or anything like that for the equipment that I have. What I like about it is that it's transparent. It's nice to have a see-through pouch to store all your cords or miscellaneous items in. So guys, that's pretty much all that's in my bag. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys are planning to get any gear in this new year, I hope this helped you guys figure out what's important, what kind of gear you might want to get if you're adding to your kit. But my final point that I want to make in this video is that gear should not limit you to going out and creating, because that is what stops a lot of creators nowadays, is that they think that they don't have the best camera, the best lens, so they don't go out and shoot. But I definitely do support that gear is important to a point, but not to the point where you shouldn't go out and create. Thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!